Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of October 29th. Before we get started, let's shout out the Patreon supporters. Thank you to Mario Casillas, Rhett Pally Rocks, Nick Rada, and Peter Burnham. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in the game this week. Some interesting things to talk about this week for sure. Obviously, we still have the anniversary event going on. This is a lot of stuff going on with that. Obviously, I recommend going there, checking it out. It's actually pretty easy. I did this very casually. I did not farm it. I didn't do it daily. And I got mostly to the cap of tokens per day or whatever that you can get, or per week, I should say, that you can get. And yeah, it's pretty dang easy. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll probably do it a little bit next week. Then I'll be able to get my class set or whatever, and then at some point I believe from what I read, I mentioned this last week, that we will be able to get even more of these things than we currently can. I don't know if that's true, but that is what I read, and I haven't seen anything saying otherwise, but that is what I read about it. It's worth pointing out too, for Mythic Plus, so we didn't start with Mythic Plus affixes or anything. We don't know what it's going to be. It seems to be a random order. I'm guessing it'll probably be the cleanse one, the one where you have to either cleanse toxins if you're a paladin, remove curse, all that, and remove the debuff from you. But I have no way to know for sure. It could just be that one's last two cycles in a row. No idea how it works for sure. I'm just guessing that it's a random order with can't be two in the same time. So Xalatoth's Bargain, not sure what it is. My guess it's the cleanse one, but there's really no way to know for sure which one it is, unless they figure out the rotation or figure out the coding or whatever for it. We have Timewalking going on, obviously, Classic World of Warcraft, that goes along with the event. We have Arena Skirmish bonus event and PvP Brawl Arethi Blizzard, so tons of PvP stuff to do. The Korok's Revenge, you get a lot of honor in there if you want to do that. That's the anniversary event PvP that you have an option to do. So you have that as well going on. We also will have, towards the end of the week, we'll have the Darkmoon Fair starting up. We have Day of the Dead, which is a few days long. And we obviously have Hallow's End still going on for a couple weeks, or a week and a half or so. But we still have that going on as well. They did add, so I did, last week I didn't think that they had added new things to Hallow's End. They didn't add a ton, but they did add some transmog things. So if you've done the Headless Horseman, you've opened your loot-filled pumpkin, you probably noticed you had an epic piece of cosmetic gear that unlocks an appearance for you. This is another like scarecrow type look or whatever. If you can see my character here, it's similar to the trading post one, right? It's just an offshoot of that. There is a claw, a reaper claw, from the vendor outside of your capital city. There'll be vendors there with the giant Wicker Man statue. And one of the vendors will sell a claw for 100 of the candies that you get from trick-or-treating and doing stuff like that. So that is kind of unique, and you can grab that. There's a back piece there as well that does not drop from the actual Headless Horseman, doing the Headless Horseman. So you would need 200 of those treats to get these two cosmetic items that I believe are new. So that would be something new. If you have tricky treats or whatever they're called, you could go grab those. That is something that I like this look a lot. I mean, I'm not overly into cosmetics and stuff like that, but I'm gonna keep my character looking like this through Halloween at least. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Using the broom, of course, because it's instant cast during Hallow's End event. Stuff like that. I just think that's kind of neat. A little bit thematic, a little bit immersive, if you will. Don't know if they added anything for Day of the Dead that's coming up, but that's certainly possible as well, since they added little extra stuff for this Hallow's End that they didn't really talk about or anything like that. Worth mentioning as well that with the secret finding event yesterday, they actually put out the very first stage of this. So I put up a video of it. The very first stage of it was an intro quest. It was a secret from the lady who gives you the intro quest, like a more of a real secret. And then they're doing the posts again. So if you did the Secrets of Azeroth event, they did social media posts that you could try to figure out where the post was made from or what you see in the post, and go to that location. You could find like a hidden item there or whatever. It's not like super riddly. You don't solve a riddle. You just kind of like find the, it's like GeoGuessr or whatever. But yeah, you could go get that as well. So I put that all into the first video there. Um, for anybody who's watching this, who subscribed because of that video, thank you very much, first of all. I post a lot of rep paladin content. It's kind of what we're heavy on here, but I love secrets. The reason I don't post more secret finding content is because there isn't enough in the game. I love the secrets in the game. Whenever there's a big secret, I will do a full guide for that big secret, and I will be meticulous with it. That is one thing that I feel like I do pretty well, the secret finding guides. And so I will post secret finding content, but a lot of my content is going to be general WoW news, like this video, weekly video. It's going to be Rep Paladin news, which is the class that I main, and all that. But, you know, hopefully you stick around, even though Blizzard does not put out secret finding content very often. And I still thank you either way for subscribing or watching or anything like that. So yeah, I'll be enjoying and doing those. They're kind of cool little riddles, in my opinion. So I enjoyed the first day, and it's very similar to the secret finding event from before, even though it's called guest relations, which doesn't make it sound like a secret finding event. It actually is pretty cool and pretty fun. On a similar note, as far as like content goes, I did fill my vault up this week after all. I wasn't planning on it, so this was the week that trick-or-treating was for my kids. You know, we have other stuff going on, and I didn't really, and I'm kind of getting like sick of just spamming 10s for my vault, to be completely honest. So I didn't think I was going to, but I literally I did 4 10s in less than 2 hours yesterday of playing. Just 4 really solid runs. Boom, 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 boom. Timed them all way under time. Like, it was probably honestly like closer to an hour and a half. And so I did end up filling my vault all the way up. So I will do another vault video that'll be coming out today as well. Vault opening. We are definitely going to be cutting those out soon. You know, if I get my Skarmorak shard from this vault, it might just be this week that this could be the final week, whatever. But either way, it's going to be soon. But I did fill my vault up. Still enjoying playing, still having a lot of fun. But it's almost to the point where I just want to do some other things, just in my free time, right? and like, it's like, holy crap, man, I'm having fun playing this, but I'm getting behind on other stuff because I'm having so much fun playing this. Because obviously the patch was buggy and stuff like that. But overall, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt a lot of stuff. It didn't hurt my class or spec, I should say, very much. So yeah, So anyways, I'm just having a blast still. But I at the same time, I kind of want to just do some other things before we get to 11.1, and then I'm going to be right back into it. So just kind of want to get some stuff done other than this as well. So I have no complaints. I'm having a blast. I'm playing a lot. Playing alts, I have this is the most max level characters I've had in the first patch since I don't know how long. I have 8 level 80s or something like that. It's crazy. Just playing this game way too much, but in a good way, right? Way too much in a good way. So definitely got my money's worth, I'll say that. So that'll be it for this one, guys. I don't think I missed any news. I had a lot to talk about. I don't think I missed any news, but as always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. If you're already a subscriber, I encourage you to check out the Patreon. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.